Hello, one and all. Welcome to another episode of MMA Vision Analysis. This one, we're going to talk Eddie Alvarez' recent comments when he addresses current featherweight champion Ilia Topuria and some training stories specifically. He talks about how Dagestani wrestlers have a hard time taking this guy down. There's some more stuff. Before getting started, make sure to like, subscribe, click that notification to get all of this that is new from this channel, your channel, the one and only MMA Vision Analysis. Well, seems like that former lightweight champion Eddie Alvarez thinks very highly of Ilia Topuria. Not necessarily that he thinks highly, he's just stating some facts. He talks about how he witnessed a training session for Ilia where he knocks out several training partners. And he also goes to say that he wrestled with Dagestani-style wrestlers, and those guys have a hard time taking him down. Obviously, Western boxing, Ilia Topuria is special, to say the least. Now, we can't overinflate the guy. I think the way to judge fighters really is, and I find myself to make the same mistake in all honesty, but we should be judging by a, performance by performance basis, not so much predicting what the guy could possibly do against Dagestani wrestler. What kind of Dagestani wrestlers are we talking about here? There are championship level fighters and there are training sessions. So just because the guy, wrestled a couple of guys from Dagestan, it does not mean that every person that comes from Dagestan is on the same level as for instance, Khabib Nurmagomedov, or, in all honesty, the fight that I would be more, Khabib Nurmagomedov is one, but our current lightweight champion, Islam Makhachev, which Ilia is interested in fighting, in all honesty, I would be more in favor of watching Ilia Topuria go against Umar Nurmagomedov. Obviously, Umar fights at bantamweight currently, but if you're looking for super fights and if you truly want to test yourself against an elite wrestler plus striker, I believe Ilia, perhaps these two are meant to face one another. In all honesty, Umar Nurmagomedov is realistically probably a fight or two away from a title shot. As soon as the guy gets the title and he gets some attention and he gets some steam behind his name, I'm pretty sure that's going to capture the attention of Ilia. And I'm pretty sure we can probably talk possibilities of Ilia testing himself against a Dagestani-style wrestler plus an elite striker in the form of Umar Nurmagomedov. But as far as Islam Makhachev fight, in all honesty, I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to it, but at the same time, the only thing I can say is why. Why would Islam want to take this fight? And even if he takes this fight, okay, he's going to have a hard time taking him down, but I think eventually he's going to take him down. People tend to forget how good Islam Makhachev is grappling. One thing, I'm not saying that the guy is undefeatable. Matter of fact, I think Islam Makhachev lost first time around against Alexander Volkanovski, a former champion of featherweight division, former pound-for-pound best fighter on the planet. So I'm not saying Islam is unbeatable. I'm just saying that regardless, he can take you down, and he showed us that he can also knock you out. So, I don't know what we're talking about, in all honesty. As far as Ilia, you are a featherweight fighter, and it's not like you cleaned the division and you're talking about super fights. I believe that's going to serve as a distraction for Ilia. And in all honesty, in terms of I think, I'm just going to have to say it. People say it's the bantamweight division. I think the featherweight division currently has the deepest top-level talent. We could just name off a few names. Obviously, championed Ilia Topuria, Volkanovski, Diego Lopez, Max Holloway, Brian Ortega. We have Bruno Silva. We have Aljamain Sterling, former bantamweight champion, and so on and so on and so on and so on and so on. It's a division that could, serve Ilia with opponents for the next 2-3 years, realistically. I think once you clean up your division or you're ready to relinquish the title, you move up in weight. Until then, stop calling out Islam Makhachev. The guy's just not interested in this fight. If you want a super fight, wait for Umar Nurmagomedov to win that title. If you want to test yourself against a Dagestan, because I think the thing with Ilia is that he wants to prove that he can beat a Dagestan-style wrestlers. And if that's the case, you could just wait for Umar to, keeping your fingers crossed, capture that title. I think between him and Mirab Vilashvili, they both possess, that's Umar and Mirab, they both possess wrestling skills, but obviously Umar has better striking. I'm not saying it's going to be an easy task for Umar to capture that title over at the bantamweight division, but I think he's pretty close. Now, if Ilia wants to test himself against that kind of wrestler, wait for Umar. You guys are similar height-wise, it's similar body composition. Test yourself against that guy. If you made it this far, appreciate you for sticking around. Please let me know what you think in the comments and like, subscribe for more.